hands when pressed together, but many, people pull their fingers out, don't they?
Haven't I heard of stories about like that, where like I know scientists practice knuckles for like 80 years or so, and you still did not find like considerable evidence that it actually causes any damage.
Beneath, why can some people do it and some people can't? I can't do it.
Fantastic question. So,
oh right, hers is good. Yeah, right. You don't want to be held liable.
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah.
So, do you crack your knuckles? You do them, Beneath?
I do.
Go on then.
And what do you want me?
Yeah.
Oh, live cracking. Hang on.
I'll try. Like I've been cracking the knuckles for like the whole day today, and I might not have any left.
Okay, go on.
That was it. I might not have any left. Just like you broke your finger.
Hey, it sounds like he's putting it back out.
Thank you.
Top cracking, Beneath.
Thank you. It was fun talking to you, Tony and Sarah. Have a good day.
Marvellous. Bye. He's just off somewhere now to say, do you know what I've just been doing? Cracking my knuckles live on British radio. Good. There we are. If you've got any thoughts on it, we've had people say what the weird, wonderful things they can do with their bodies. We might as well continue for the next hour of the programme. 85058.
First for news and the best live sport. This is BBC 5 Live.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock on 5 Live. It's Drive with Sarah Brett and Tony Lipsy.
Main story, Julius Skripal was poisoned in a Salisbury nerve attack, is said to be improving rapidly.
In sport, Australia head coach Darren Lehmann will go after one more test match.
And 5 Live Sport from 7 has all the latest fallout on that Australian cricket scandal. From 8 o'clock, Mike Costello and Steve Bunsen head to the big Joshua fight this weekend.
This is BBC 5 Live.
The BBC News at 6 o'clock. The BBC understands Julius Skripal, who was poisoned in Salisbury, is now conscious and talking in hospital. Earlier, doctors said her condition was rapidly improving. It's not clear if she's suffered any long-term effects following the nerve agent attack. Professor Robert Forrest is a forensic toxicologist.
These agents are not at all pleasant. They are real terror weapons. Often people make you quickly. If you survive, they can, but not necessarily do, lead to long-term disability.
Yulia's father, Sergei Skripal, remains in a stable but critical condition. Shareholders in the British engineering giant GKN have accepted a hostile takeover worth £8.1 billion. The government and unions had hoped the bid by turnaround specialists by turnaround specialist Melrose Industries. Theresa May says Brexit will leave the UK stronger and united. The Prime Minister has been touring England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, with 1 year to go until we leave the EU. German citizen Katharina Becker lives in Edinburgh. She's worried about the future.
I am incredibly sad about all the wonderful connections that the UK is throwing away, and it is very difficult for me to feel fully at home after this vote. I'm very privileged. I'm not going to suffer economically to the point that other people are going to suffer. It will be very hard to see the country that I love suffer this decision.
The Justice Secretary has ordered a review of at least 6 cases where prisoners were released from high-security prisons. It's after the High Court overturned a decision to free the serial sex attacker John Warboys. The government has reversed a 2014 policy that stopped people under the age of 21 automatically getting housing benefit. Ministers say it should reassure young people that support is in place if they need it. And Peter Kay's car share is to return to BBC One in May. 2 new episodes, which have already been filmed, have been announced a year after the comedian said the show is coming to an end after its second series. All Sports Showjo's here.
Sarah, thank you. Australia will begin looking for a new head coach when Darren Lehmann steps down from the role next week after the team's 4th test against South Africa. Lehmann says he made the decision to resign after seeing players Steve Smith and Cameron Bancroft hurt in the wake of the ball tampering scandal. Lehmann told reporters that he was ultimately responsible for the culture of the team. England wing Denny Solomona will appear before a disciplinary hearing next week after being charged with verbally abusing a Worcester player. TV microphones picked up fly half Jamie Shilcock complaining to the referee that he'd twice been the target of alleged homophobic slurs. Of the 36 referees selected by FIFA for this summer's World Cup in Russia, none are British. Mark Clattenburg was the only Brit on the potential list, collated in 2016, but he has left his job with the Premier League, thereby forfeiting his place. And Burnley made a £22.2 million net profit during the 2016-17 Premier League season and tripled their turnover to £121 million. That figure contrasts the net loss of £3.7 million from the previous season when the Clarets won the championship.
This is BBC 5 Live on digital, online, smartphone and tablet.
John's been on. He says, "Hi Tony, my daughter Isabella can crack her back. Ow. She insists on doing it every morning. She's 10. It makes me cringe every time."
Jojo, thank you very much for the support. Michelle has the traffic and travel pretty busy out there.
Yeah, I know, yes. Still thinking about cracking backs. The M4 westbound is currently blocked between junction 16 Swindon West and junction 17 at Chippenham. That was because of an accident which happened not too long ago. Things are stationary for now and the delays are building up there. The M25 clockwise is also very slow from junction 21A St Albans round to junction 23 the A1M. That was after problems on the M25 around junction 25. I'll have a full look at the travel for you at 6:15.
Take 5 Live on the go. On digital, online, smartphone and tablet. 5 Live Drive with Tony Livesey and Sarah Brett.
We'll be straight to our main story in just a second. Before that, though, last night, 4.2 million people watched ITV's The Real Full Monty, a show that saw the likes of Towie's Arge, former footballer John Hartson and the chef Ainsley Harriott take to the stage for a live performance of The Full Monty, all to raise awareness of prostate and testicular cancer.
Well, this is the show's second series, and it was so successful last year that the night it aired, it crashed the Prostate Cancer UK's website, which shows just how much of an impact it had.
Tonight, it's the ladies' turn. The BBC's own Victoria Derbyshire is one of the women taking part, alongside reality TV star Megan McKenna, former pop star Michelle Heaton, and presenter and DJ Sarah Jane Crawford. In fact, Sarah Jane will join us at 6:30 to discuss how important shows like this are in getting us to talk about cancer.
We've also got Deborah James, also known as Bowel Babe from 5 Live podcast, You, Me and the Big C, Athena Lamnissos from cancer charity The Eve Appeal, as well as the ITV show's executive director as well, Kevin Mundy.
Yeah, just on that, sorry Sarah, just on that You, Me and the Big C, that's Rachel Bland, of course, our very own Rachel Bland's involved in that. And she goes to great efforts to raise awareness about fighting cancer. So while we talk about that with those people after 6:30, let us know your experiences of trying to make people aware of the charity that you're battling to put in the public eye. 85058 at BBC 5 Live, 6 minutes past 6.
Our main story, the BBC understands Yulia Skripal, the daughter of the former Russian spy Sergei Skripal, is improving rapidly in hospital. The pair were admitted nearly 4 weeks ago after coming into contact with a nerve agent in Salisbury. Correspondent Duncan Kennedy is in the city and can update us. Just 2 hours ago, Duncan, we were wondering whether or not this woman could be conscious at any point. You've got some further news.
I know, I mean, a remarkable turnaround and unexpected given the rumours about the health of Sergei and Yulia Skripal. The news tonight concerns just Yulia. She had responded well to treatment and she was improving rapidly. Now, the last hour or so, the BBC further understands that in fact she's now conscious and talking. Now, got no more details than that. We don't know whether the police have been able to interview her yet or what any long-term impact of the nerve agent has been on her. But extraordinary news tonight, given that for the last, nearly 4 weeks or so, we've been saying that she's in a critical but stable condition. We understand she's been in an induced coma. And this afternoon, we came first the news from the hospital that she was responding well to treatment, breathing rapidly. And then further news has come through to us this evening. She's conscious and talking. So there were some pretty awful rumours doing the rounds that maybe these two weren't going to pull through. It's never based on anything specifically. News tonight, much more positive. As I say, nearly 4 weeks after they were attacked by this nerve agent.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't based on anything, but I guess when we heard the government's opinion that it was military-grade nerve agents, I think everybody feared the worst, didn't they? There are so many questions now that this throws up, Duncan. How could this change the investigation?
Well, if the police are able to talk to Yulia, she may be able to point them in a much different direction to the one they've been going at the moment. At the moment, they've been relying on what, but the crucial people at the centre of all this, they haven't been able to speak to. Now, having said that, whether they can shed any light on it, we don't know. What we also know tonight, and this may be significant for the officers, is that we understand that the substance was found on the door handle of Mr. Skripal's house here in Salisbury, and that both he and Yulia had the compound on their hands. We understand tonight that it's clear the traces of agent were found on Mr. Skripal's right hand and Miss Skripal's left hand. What's not known is why it then took 3 hours for them to become ill after they came into contact with the poison and went into town. But it may be that she is conscious, she's able to say, we saw this, we saw that, we simply don't know. But having somebody conscious and able to talk may well at least take this investigation further forward.
Duncan, thank you very much for that update. Duncan Kennedy in Salisbury for us. If she is conscious and able to speak as well, imagine what she's going to be waking up to in terms of the investigation that surrounds her and the incredible things that have happened since she was attacked in this way. Extraordinary.
Right, 9 minutes past 6. It's been a day of emotional news conferences as the fallout continues from the Australian cricket ball tampering scandal that's seen 3 players sent home from the tour of South Africa and banned for up to a year.
Yeah, firstly, Cameron Bancroft, the young opening batsman, was caught using what is now believed to be sandpaper to alter the ball during the 4th test in South Africa, apologised for his actions on arriving back in Perth. He was swiftly followed by David Warner, who spoke very briefly to a scrum of reporters at Sydney Airport.
He was soon followed into arrivals by the now former captain Steve Smith, the #1 ranked test batsman in the world, don't forget. He broke down in tears as he faced the media.
Tonight, I want to make clear that as captain of the Australian cricket team, I take full responsibility. I made a serious error of judgment, and I now understand the consequences.